It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
On the set.
From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. The throw here is complete. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a first carry for their running back. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Packers.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They'll look to throw. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
Trent McDuffie right there with a tight defensive coverage. On fourth down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt.
In punt formation for the Packers.
We'll take this in back at the 16. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. From 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Throwing to get things started is Mahomes. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another 1st down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
A run on 1st and goal. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 3-0 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jabari Connor there on the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll begin here on the ground. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A give here to Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient. Just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. He'll check that down to Pacheco. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down. By a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Packers' 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 9. Now Mahomes. Throw here down the field. His fall incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws. And that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He'll get this one complete to Brown. They get 12 yards on that pass, and the Chiefs have a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll run right side with Pacheco. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Taking off, he'll try to get there. And Mahomes going to protect himself here. He's going to slide and get down. He's got that 1st down.
15 yards on the play.
I like that call on 3rd down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on 3rd down, they bring out more defensive backs, they bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating 3rd down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it with 3rd down run.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That one complete to Brown. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And not much then. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And the Chiefs going to be set up with 1st and goal. They're able to convert on that 3rd and 3.
And anytime you have a long drive going, you hate to have it stall out there. So that's a really nice job up front, making sure that that doesn't happen, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss. And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That one, take it in.
3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs are out to a 10-0 lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Robinson. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Up the sideline at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
This offense just can't seem to get anything going in this opening half, Mike, and they're still looking for their first points of the game, and it's really these missed opportunities that are a big part of the reason they're really struggling here.
We're going to run it, and this is LaQuint Allen. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa!
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling you that I'm leaving with a bag.
First and 10 for Mahomes. Quick throw, taken in. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Mahomes. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Devontae Wyatt in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up third down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes. He's going to look for the home run ball. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. On 4th down, the Chiefs send out Matt Ariza to punt. Nicole Hardman deep to return. Forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. It's complete. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Green Bay 1st down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's over the middle and intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Downfield. Is caught by Brown. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 98 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Robinson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end. No chance to get away. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
24-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come. 4th down is looming. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
Butler's kick is good. And the Chiefs will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. This one complete. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here's a run to begin this third quarter, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there, and more times than not, he's going to run under it, but in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. That is catch number 60 for the season.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
He keeps it himself.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
3rd and 9. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throwing the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down. It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, nailed it.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, KC. Good drive. They kept the ball, Greg. They moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Hardman now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll look to throw. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
33-yard line.
They'll run on 2nd down. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll let the fullback try to push the ball. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Packers.
These are the situations why, Mike, that some teams continue to keep a fullback on the roster. You get into these 3rd and short situations, just hand it to the big guy, put your head down, pick up the 1st down.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Going up top. That ball incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll run here with Allen. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Patrick to throw. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quick.
Now 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd down and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? On comes the Chiefs punter. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team get possession of the football.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
After allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's caught. And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the 3rd. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
It just seems that nothing has gone right all game for this offense, and that's what happens when your quarterback just faces relentless pressure. You just can't generate any kind of offense, and I think that's the biggest reason there's a big old 0 up on that scoreboard.
Throw left side, but it's incomplete.
He's really struggled with his accuracy all game long, and when you look, Mike, I think he's had some opportunities downfield to connect with his guys, and it's one of the biggest reasons they find themselves trailing here late in this game.
3rd and a long way to go. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, KC.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now give on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. You've got to find a way on first and second down to stay ahead of the chains so third down is not so daunting.
Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. And now here comes the punt team, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 45-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the right side here, pass is caught. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking middle of the field is complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So 31 yards on this play. A second big one in a row and another first down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. His 4th TD grab of the season. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least they'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point.
Now they'll set up to throw.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start with an option play to the right. The defense not fighting. They stay at home. They tackle him for no gain.
They went to the designed quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
3rd down, 3 to go. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco, and he will have a Chiefs first down. I do believe he's going to get it by about a yard.
in real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. A handoff to Pacheco. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different. He's just unable to connect.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Packers. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points. Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Second and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. A tough spot here. 3rd and long.